There are phases in life when everything seems stuck. Paths close, answers disappear, and you feel like you're pushing a heavy door that just won't open. You try, you insist, you pray, but it seems like the universe has gone silent. It's as if the outer world is mirroring an inner block that you haven't yet been able to see. And in that moment, exhaustion sets in. Doubt, the fear that things may never change. But what few people know is that this block is not a punishment. It's a calling, a clear sign that your energy is asking for realignment. Because before a major change, the universe always becomes quiet. It always closes a few doors so you won't enter where you no longer belong. And it's in that silence that something much greater begins to form. When everything feels stuck, it's your spiritual field signaling that the time has come to open a new frequency. But how do you open it? With what? That's when the power of a single word comes in, an ancient word, forgotten by many, but carrying a vibration strong enough to touch exactly where your energy got stuck. And before the outer doors can open, you must open the most important door of all, the one within you. Most people speak without realizing the power their voice holds. Words seem common, automatic, but the truth is that every phrase you say carries a frequency, a weight, a vibration that enters your energy field and begins to shape how you feel, how you think, and inevitably, how you live. Many spiritual traditions affirm that the world was created through the word. And even modern science now recognizes that sound has the power to alter structures, influence emotions, and transform environments. In other words, what you say today doesn't just disappear, it echoes, it settles, and it manifests. When you repeat words of fear, doubt, or scarcity, you are feeding exactly what you wish to avoid. And the universe, which responds to vibration, not desire, begins to reflect back more of what you affirmed. But when you choose words of power, of healing, of openness, you are activating spiritual codes that begin to dissolve the invisible blocks in your life. There is an ancient secret behind speech. The right word, spoken with intention, at the right moment, can change everything. And among these sacred words, there is one in particular, capable of opening what seemed shut, of releasing what was blocked. And that word is about to be revealed. Beyond religion, the teachings of Jesus carry spiritual secrets that transcend time. Jesus wasn't just a spiritual leader. He was a master of vibration, of intention, and of the spoken word. Every gesture, every miracle, every phrase was filled with energy that touched the invisible and transformed the visible. He didn't heal only with his hands. He healed with words. In the Bible, there are moments when Jesus simply spoke. And it happened. Healing, liberation, multiplication. Everything began with a word. Because he knew that a word, spoken with faith, with authority, and aligned with the source, carries the power of creation. He didn't ask for things to happen. He declared them. He spoke as if they were already real. This same power is available to you. Jesus said, "Whatever you ask for in prayer, believing, you will receive." And this isn't a metaphor, it's a vibrational law. He knew the right words, the ones that unlock realities, that free the mind, that reconfigure the field around you. And one of these words was recorded, but forgotten by many. Ephphatha, a small word, but full of light. A vibrational key spoken by him at the exact moment a miracle was needed. And that is exactly what we'll talk about now. Among all the words spoken by Jesus, there's one that seems simple, yet carries hidden power. A word that was recorded in Aramaic, the language he spoke, and it holds the original energy of the sound. That word is Ephphatha, which means be opened. But what sounds like a simple command is actually a deep spiritual key. Jesus used this word in one of the most symbolic moments in the Bible to heal a man who was deaf and could hardly speak. He didn't give a long speech. He didn't explain anything. He simply looked up to the heavens, sighed, and said, "Ephphatha." In that moment, the man heard and spoke. A reality that had been completely blocked was undone with a single sound. Ephphatha wasn't just a physical command, it was a spiritual activation, a sign that when things feel stuck, when doors won't open, when your inner hearing is closed, this word can break through invisible barriers. It's like a direct call to the soul saying, open yourself to receive, open to hear, open to be transformed. When you say Ephphatha with intention, you access that same field of release. You're not just speaking an ancient word, you're activating a frequency of openness, of expansion, of divine permission. It's like saying to the universe, I'm ready. I open myself to everything that is mine by divine right. And that's when miracles begin. Knowing the word is the first step. But the real power of Ephphatha reveals itself when you live it. This word should not be used like a random mantra or repeated mindlessly. It needs to be felt, charged with intention, and spoken with full presence. Because what activates its energy is not just the sound, it's the vibration with which you release it. To begin, choose a quiet moment. It could be in the morning before bed or whenever you feel something is blocked inside you. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, bring your attention to your heart, and then speak from your soul, Ephphatha. Repeat slowly as if you were opening a sacred door. You can say it once, 3 times, 7 times. Follow what you feel. As you repeat, visualize. Imagine doors opening around you. See light entering the dark corners of your life. Visualize blocked areas, finances, relationships, health, self-confidence, being touched by a gentle but immense force. See the flow returning. Feel the relief. Let your body relax. Because every time you say, Ephphatha, something shifts in the invisible. This practice might last just a few minutes, but if done with faith, it holds the power to open paths where there were only walls. It's a declaration to the universe. I allow, I surrender, I open myself, and that changes everything. When you begin to use the word Ephphatha consciously, something subtle, yet deep, starts to happen. At first, maybe not dramatic, miracles, but you will feel it. An unexpected relief, a clearer intuition, a conversation that flows, a yes where there was a no, a door that suddenly opens. Because Ephphatha doesn't only act in the external world, it reorganizes your inner field. Many times, it's not life that's stuck, it's your frequency. It's the invisible resistance, the silent beliefs, the hidden fears that shut doors without you even noticing. But when you say Ephphatha with true faith, you're releasing those blocks without needing to understand how. You're telling your body, your mind, your soul, now you can open, now it can flow, now it may come. And the most magical part is that when you vibrate openness, the universe responds. People find you, ideas arrive, solutions appear, synchronicity increases, time accelerates, and life begins to align in a way that once seemed impossible. It's as if everything had been waiting for this command, for this surrender. Ephphatha is more than a word, it's a decision. The decision to leave fear and enter into permission, to let go of control and allow the flow, to say, I am ready. And those who declare that from the heart begin to see miracles where there once was only silence. People who began using the word Ephphatha report changes that go beyond what logic can explain. Some say they finally slept after sleepless nights. Others say a long-awaited phone call came right after the practice. Some found answers they had been searching for years, and some simply felt a lightness in the chest, like something heavy had dissolved. What all these experiences have in common is not coincidence. It's faith. It's surrender. Because Ephphatha doesn't act where there's haste, doubt, or impatience. It acts where there's truth, where there's openness to be guided by something greater, and that's why the stories are so similar. Those who practice it with intention feel something inside unlock. A silent yet profound spiritual reprogramming begins to take place. This word reaches layers that few techniques can access, because it comes charged with Christ energy, ancestral, living, divine. And when it becomes part of your routine, you begin to open not just to external blessings, but to a whole new way of living. You become more intuitive, more present, less reactive, and more connected to what truly matters. It's as if, by saying Ephphatha, you're activating a version of yourself that already knows the way, and from that point on, you are never the same again. Maybe you've been searching for answers for a long time. Maybe you're tired of trying, of insisting, of asking. Maybe you're at that point where everything feels slow, distant, stuck. And that is exactly where this sacred word comes in. Like a whisper from the universe, a direct calling to your soul. Ephphatha, this is not just an ancient word. It's a code, a vibrational portal that activates something deep within you. When spoken with truth, it doesn't just open external doors. It opens your heart, your mind, your spirit. Because the greatest miracle is not what comes from the outside, it's what becomes free within. Ephphatha is an invitation to stop resisting, to stop chasing, to begin vibrating permission, acceptance, trust. It's when you declare to the universe, I open myself, I am ready, I receive. And believe me, when that vibration settles, the flow changes, life changes. The opportunities that were waiting on the other side of the door finally come in. Now that you know this word, you have a choice. You can let it be just information, or you can make it a practice, a frequency, a living part of your path. Say it with intention, say it with presence, and watch. Because doors that seemed locked for years can open with a single sound. Ephphatha,